All right, all right, all right. Thank y'all so much for being patient. I I woke up a little late. I had took a little, disco nap, and then I took a phone call from somebody, and then I was like, "Oh my God, I'm running late." So thank y'all for being patient. I saw that there was 100 people waiting before I got here. So because of that, I don't have to necessarily do a lot of, pulling right now. I can get right into the commentary, you guys, because y'all were already assembled. Can we get a light check and then we can get started? Okay, we ain't gonna. You ain't gotta worry about a 15-minute start because y'all are already here and excuse me, patiently waiting. So thank y'all so much. Okay, I appreciate all of you from the bottom of my heart. So we can get right into it. We don't have to. We don't have to do a lot of extra stuff right now. Let me pull this up really quickly. We already saw that already, but we only hear that no more of that mess. Okay. 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 One of my flyers did not upload, and that's fine. We will get that right now. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna get started right now. 87 likes. We have to do better than that, though. We can start, but we got to do a little bit better than that, y'all. Can we do a little bit better than that? Is that okay? Uh-huh. Hit the like button, thumbs up, thumbs up. We can, you know. Mm-hmm. We got a few items to talk about. Also, outside of that, we can declare a. First of all, hello, beloved. How are you? We can declare a code team sharing event. We can do that. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Everybody, thank y'all so much. I appreciate you. We're about to get started. I'm not gonna hold you. Some of y'all were already ready and waiting, so that's on me. Okay. 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 Get this. Mm-hmm. We got to get to at least, let's try to do 150 likes, everybody. Let's try to do 150 likes. Okay. I got to make sure this is, okay. There we go. We got to get to 150 likes for 5 minutes in. Let's get started. Because, they like to complain that we take too long to get started, y'all. Everybody else can do intros, fry fish, move boxes, and, with us, everything's just too long for us. Okay. Mm-hmm. Can we get to 150? We're going to code 10 sharing event. And can we get to 150, please? Thank y'all so much. All right. Meanwhile, while we're doing that, I can do some of these small little things really quickly. Let me bring this down. Mm-hmm. Please note that all commentary in this live is alleged and or opinions unless stated as factual. All right, let's just keep that in mind. Let's bring that down. And we want to make this announcement tonight. Want to make this announcement really quickly. Richard Smallwood Celebration of Life will be Saturday, January 24th at 12 noon. Doors open at 9:30 a.m. Okay, so the service is at noon, but doors are going to be open as early as 9:30 a.m. The First Baptist Church of Glen Arden International, that is a really well-known church at 600 Watkins Park Drive in Upper Marlboro, Maryland. That's in the DMV. Pastor John K. Jenkins Sr. Services are entrusted to Precious Memory Funeral Home in DC. Additional information regarding donations, hotel accommodations will follow. But right now, we got the date, we have the time, and we have the official of Sikhs for Richard Smallwood. All right. Okay. That is Saturday, January 24th at 12 noon. Okay. Please make a note of that so that you are in the know. All right. Okay, y'all got that? All right. We're at 150. Okay, good, perfect. All right. So I asked a couple of people earlier. I asked were there any people in the chat from were there any people in the chat from Pensacola or Mobile? You know, my brother Curtis Jordan sent me a lot of information last night from this case with Tyler Allen. He sent me quite a bit of information. I, like many people, saw the notice that he put up. I saw the notice that he put up, this statement rather, and everybody was like, "Well, what is this about?" I hadn't seen a video. I heard that he had did a video responding, very, you know, let's say angrily. I heard about the video, but that video I can't find. So I don't know if that video is still up. Maybe that video has been taken down, but they said that he had did a video addressing it. If you're from Pensacola, if you're from Mobile tonight, please make sure to stand up and let us know if you're from the Gulf region, Mobile, Pensacola, Biloxi, Pascagoula, Mississippi. Let us know where you're from so that we can acknowledge you tonight. You know, I might even drop the link, but it is late, so we're not going to be here all night. It is a late hour, right? But I definitely wanted to come on and talk about this. But my brother Curtis, I mean, when I say he dropped it to me and gave it to me, where someone like myself that lives in Georgia could understand what the hell is going on, I appreciate it deeply, brother Curtis. Okay. So this was this official statement from Tyler Allen, and then it kind of went on from there. A lot of us was like, well, what? It didn't really go into specifics. He was talking about suffer the little children, a Bible scripture, and then it kind of went from there. Now, I was talking to somebody a minute ago, and they were saying that Tyler was on one of those reality shows. I don't remember that. I've always remembered Tyler from Instagram, him and his wife. Does anybody know if can refresh my memory? Was Tyler on one of those America's Got Talent Sunday Best shows? I don't remember that. Does anybody else remember that in the chat? Talk to me real quick. Was Tyler on one of those type of shows? I don't remember him from one of those shows. Thank you, Patricia Bond, for joining Patreon. He was on American Idol. I do not remember him. Oh, okay. I don't watch. I stopped the season that they put Latoya London, Jennifer Hudson, and somebody else in the bottom three. I just checked out. He was on American Idol. I looked it up last night. Okay. He applied for American Idol. Yeah, and then when my brother Jacob Lusk, when they voted him off, I was like, child, I'm done. Stick a fork in me. Yeah, these people, this is something else. Okay, I think somebody's sending me something now. That's him. Okay, well, thank y'all. He tried out for American Idol. Okay. I don't watch American Idol. So yeah, thank you, sis. I would have never known. Okay. Okay, well, there is, I'm not going to give the person's name in the chat, but there is somebody, a person over on Facebook that is kind of doing kind of like, the only way I can describe it is like an Epstein. I'm not trying to attribute anybody to Epstein, but it's kind of reminiscent of that. There's this list and all these people from that region that this person is basically saying that all of these pastors in that area are either on the down low or promiscuous or nasty freaks. And it's just one post after another. Again, I don't know um, the person that's behind. I don't know them. So um, you know. Um, But I can say this, you know, sometimes there are people that live in areas that are more privy to that area or that region than people on the outside. So I may look at this, I may look at, you know, this Facebook page and see that they're listing all of these pastors and putting all of their business, alleged business, out here on Facebook. But you know, at face value, they're allegations. We don't have any. If you don't have any proof of anything, if you don't have police reports, if you don't have, you know, people witnesses or people, you know, corroborating, it's just that on social media, anybody basically can do that. I can come on right now and talk about what I know in LA. When I live in LA, I can talk about all the pastors that I've heard about, all the rumors and all of that. And, you know, I could just, and I really could, line by line, precept by precept. But if there's nothing attached to that, if there's nothing tangible attached to that, then you are in the area of slander or libel, depending on the medium and how it's being presented, right? And it, because it's through media, so you can't use the excuse, well, I know this happened, you know. Well, this is what I know. Okay, you can know that, but you have to present something tangible. You can't just put a paragraph in the person's picture. Am I making sense to at least 5 people? You can't just put the paragraph in the person's picture based on your knowledge and then put this out for the world to see. Libel is in writing, yeah. And I believe slander is slander could be through other means. Listen, you got defamation, slander, and libel. Honey, they all have different connotations. They all have different, you know, legal wranglings. But yeah, basically. Am I making sense to anybody? That don't mean, now listen, Ty Squad, that don't mean what that blogger or what that person on Facebook is saying is not true. It's just that in this age that we live in, most people want a little bit more than a paragraph and a picture. Just a little bit more than a paragraph and a picture, because what you're doing is you're affecting, you can be affecting someone's livelihood and even their lives, right? Baby, that person on the road, one person after another, screenshot out. And Curtis sent them all to me, every last one of them to me. Now, there was a guy, some of you may remember this guy, maybe 8 years ago. He was called the DL Detective. I think his name was Markeith Rivers was his name. Markeith Rivers. He was called the DL Detective. You can kind of like look him up. Look up the DL Detective, and I believe, I don't know, I think he died. I'm not sure, but he was shot. He was shot. He was doing this exact same thing. The DL Detective was doing this same exact thing, and then somebody wound up shooting him. There was a woman I covered out of Indianapolis, and and she outed a man, and then she was, you can Google that. Then she was on a live, I believe, live on Facebook. She was out of Indianapolis, and she outed somebody, and then the person unalived her. And so, you know, you gotta be careful. That's why you gotta be careful, because some people look at their lives or their livelihoods as something that is to be protected, and then people panic. People panic when you start talking about, especially with men, and you're talking about homosexuality, or you're talking about same-sex attraction. The allegation can be true. It can be true. What you're saying, maybe some accuracy to it, but it's very, very dangerous, because people when you back somebody against the wall and now all their tea is out, people tend to panic. And panic brings about a certain type of energy in some people. Okay, we can confirm that Markeith is no. I know he had got shot at least 2 times that I remember, but he would not stop outing these DL men. Thank you for confirming. He was going around, he was doing exactly what this person is doing over on Facebook. And of course, we don't want any harm to happen to this person. I was giving an example of this type of situation where people out people and stuff like that. We're not calling for anything to happen to the person that's doing all of this stuff right here. But I'm giving you guys an example. We've seen multiple times when people do this kind of stuff where, you know, people tend to lose it and snap. I remember that time when I went back to Indy for Apostle's funeral. I got more insight about that. It was shocking. She shouldn't have did that. She basically outed the man, and then the man unalived her. You know, I mean, it was very public. I remember covering that. That's what, yeah, she had a reputation for doing that. Now, it wasn't Markeith. Markeith was recording. He was having sex with DL men, recording it, and then he would put it out. And then he would out you. He would literally record having sex with you. Markeith Rivers, M-A-R, Keith Rivers, the DL detective. He would record you, and then he would out you via the recording. And everybody was like, what is the purpose of this? Like, we also have a case out of Charlotte, North Carolina, where somebody was doing the exact style that this Pensacola Mobile situation. There is a person in Charlotte that had a Charlotte list. If we got anybody from Charlotte, maybe y'all are familiar with that. I remember covering that. Maybe 2 years ago, somebody in Charlotte was just outing everybody that was on the down low over in Mecklenburg County, you know. Now, I'm looking through some of these names, y'all. I'm looking through some of the names, and I'm going to be honest, out of respect for these people, and because these are allegations, I'm not mentioning any of these pastors' names, y'all. I don't know these people. I don't know what's true and what's not true, so I won't be mentioning any names. Most of y'all know the page or whatever that I'm talking about, but we got here. It's one of them. He sent me everything. Curtis sent me everything. He sent me. I cannot. This is crazy. Somebody was alleged to have been over at Walmart. You know, one of the people was over at Walmart. One of these guys were they asked, are you still driving the BMW one of the men gave you that owns a funeral home? It is like, man, it's just profile after profile. Apostle and pastor and we got everywhere from Atmore, Alabama to Pensacola, Mobile. You name it. It's, you know, Mobile, Pensacola. I thought Markeith was still alive, living as a female. He's a legend. How is he a legend, Jenny D? I'm just asking. I'm asking for somebody in the back. How is he a legend? He's been shot several times. I think somebody said he may have at some point had a colostomy bag or something was going on with his stomach. I'm just asking Jenny D. No judgment. How was Markeith a legend? You know, I just want to know, because that's what a life. You've been blown away several times. And then somebody confirmed because I had heard he was no longer with us too. But just let me know how he's a legend. Mm-hmm. That's Jenny D, no judgment, baby, no judgment. Mm-hmm. We have to start with DL men and DL pastors are not a new phenomenon. And we can't put this off on Pensacola and Mobile, right? We can't just be like, oh my God, Pensacola, Mobile is a lot going on. Because when I was covering the Fred Matthews case with J-Rock, a woman hit me up from Nashville and asked me for my phone number. I gave her my Google Voice number. I gave her my Google Voice number. I talked to her on the phone and she said, baby, I've been watching your show. I love your show. But let me tell you about Nashville so you'll be in the know. She said Nashville was basically off the chain and then Nashville was kind of like a mini Atlanta. And she said everybody knows about Nashville and these pastors over in Nashville. I said, well, listen, I have heard a couple of escorts and a couple of these strippers and stuff had, a lot of them had moved out to Nashville, but I thought that they may have wanted a slower pace. I had heard about a couple of strippers, a couple of escorts that had moved out to Nashville. But I didn't know it was, she said, oh, baby, it's off the chain out here. It just don't get no coverage. Mm-hmm. Because he opened my eyes a lot. He was exposing a lot. It was in a wild way. Oh, okay. Because he opened my eyes to he opened your eyes to a lot about DL men. He opened your eyes to DL men, Jenny D. Is that what you're saying? He was exposing a lot. Okay. I was young and very green. Oh, okay. Yeah. So this is kind of like eye-opening to you. I understand that. Mm-hmm. I think I may have to do I may have to do a little teaching tonight. It's kind of late, but I may have to do just a little teaching tonight. Now, before I get to the teaching, there were allegations with Tyler concerning some of the allegations were concerning when he was over at the university. Now, where they say he was at, baby, with these allegations. We're not going to say the specific allegations. I know some of y'all say Tyesse. No, we ain't there yet, baby. We not the official Tyesse. We scary. Yeah, I'm scary. Call me scary. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we don't jump out of buildings over here, baby. We don't do that over here. There are channels where girls jump out of buildings with no parachutes. We don't do that here. Oh no. I'm scary as hell. Sure am. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the person responded to Tyler's statement. The person that's doing this responded to Tyler's official statement saying that this is real cute, Tyler, but let's be for real, you still in touch with that blank that you were involved with. I'm not gonna get too nasty, y'all, with it. At the University of Mobile before marrying, and then she says some nasty things about Tyler's wife. And then the person says, get the fuck out of here with this bullshit before I shut this shit down. Yeah, we like to stay lawsuit and strike free over here. It's not that serious over here, baby. I'm not. Because I have the money. I do. I have the finances, but I'm not throwing my money away. Not Tyesse. Not if I can help myself. Just giving my money away to some lawyer, some child. Y'all are crazy. And so, does anybody know, did Tyler take down his response or his reply? I don't see it nowhere. I never got a chance to see. I saw that statement on Facebook earlier and I was shocked. What they saying, this person is saying that Tyler was over there at the University of Mobile allegedly full of fluid and ready to do it allegedly. You know, and so the question people have is, okay, what do you have to show us something? Give us something with this University of Mobile file. Do you have anything that you can show us and you can tell us about what happened over there at the University of Mobile? Mm-hmm. That's what it's called, WJ99. Just a little wisdom. I'm gonna be honest with you. There's nothing more volatile than a person that is. There's nothing more volatile or more dangerous than a person that feels like their life or livelihood is going to be taken away from them. You know, there's nothing more dangerous than somebody that you out here putting things out here, and that person feels like you're trying to end their life or livelihood. That is a very dangerous person. Very dangerous. And everything doesn't come in the form of litigation. Those who have an ear, let them hear. Everything don't necessarily come with litigation attached to it. It's some dangerous people out here on the streets. Mm-hmm. Anybody else audio cutting in and out? Anybody else audio cutting in and out, or is it Miss Lisa? Y'all talk to me. It could be the internet, but it could be Miss Lisa. Anybody else having? Mm-hmm. Okay, it's Miss Lisa. What phone carrier you with, Miss Lisa? Audio is fine. I hear well, not mine. Okay. No audio problem. Okay, Miss Lisa, who you at T-Mobile? Are you with T-Mobile? Are you with Verizon, AT&T? Okay. Go in and come back out. Hey, Melanie. There's nothing more dangerous than somebody that feels like their life or their livelihood is being threatened. I came out and went back in. Okay. There was a book that came out years ago. I'm AT&T as well, Miss Lisa. Must be them. Okay, nobody else is having problems. Uh-huh. Are you having problems, Sharonda? Are you having problems? Anybody having problems other than Miss Lisa? There was a book that came out many years ago called On the Down Low by J.L. King. And I think that book was one of the worst books to ever be released concerning LGBTQ, same gender loving people. I think that book was the absolute worst book ever because of the way it was rolled out. Now, Oprah at the time was known for bringing on Black authors and putting Black authors out there and letting them get their, their feel. She was known for helping authors, especially Black authors. Going on Oprah could change your damn life if she chose your book in any capacity for the book club or just to highlight. I think I still have that book around here somewhere. I may have threw it in the trash can. But on the download with J.L. King, what happened is J.L. King, and I read it from cover to cover, but that was back then when you would read books. Now, it's so hard when Instagram and TikTok just took a lot of our reading away, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. But back then, you read a book from cover to cover. That I read from cover to cover. And the reason that book was problematic is because it did not give enough context as to why people were on the down low. It just didn't. I remember that, Marcus. And then he wrote a second book. I remember that too. And so here it is, a gay man that was formerly on the down low, that's now out, wrote a book about his experience of living on the down low. And what happens is that everybody took that as the holy grail to being on the down low. Because before that, I don't remember a book that took national spotlight like that. Before J.L. King, I don't remember another book like that. Now, there were books that followed J.L. King, but what it did was it made D.L. men, I think so. It made D.L. men like a boogeyman, if that makes sense. And it didn't explain how there was not a proper exegesis of it all, of how and why they became the boogeyman to people in their perceptions. There was a movie called Cover, directed by Bill Duke. It's called Cover. Look it up. I still have it on DVD somewhere in the back. It was worse. It made HIV the boogeyman. Tyler Perry did a form of that, and For Color Girls made HIV the boogeyman. When Tyler Perry, first of all, of all people, you should know how to write that storyline. Cover was you got to understand, there are people that watch movies. I used to watch movies for entertainment value. I used to watch movies back in the day without a critical thinking lens. Back in the day, I would watch a movie and look at it at face value. Now, at 49, I watch movies and I dismantle things that I used to do. I wasn't even thinking the way I used to think back then. I didn't break things down properly in those days. So now when I look at a movie, I see what you're doing. I see what the narrative is. I see where you're going with this. I'm looking at societal issues. I'm looking at all of these microcosms in the Black community and the gay community. I used to just watch a movie and it was just entertaining. But I know that movies have real world implications, y'all. He had Janet have HIV and it came off. When she did that first cough, I immediately said, come on now, Tyler. But this is what we're doing. There's a way you can present this where people already have thought patterns around this. Black people, they already have phobias around this. And what you're doing is you are cementing their phobias that they already have, and their schisms and isms already what they already have. All you're doing, what's the word? Fortifying it with this storyline. We got to talk about why there is perpetuating. Why, thank you, Travis, why there is a DL man. Why is there a deal? Why is there a DL man? Why is there a man that feels that he has to live on the down low or in the shadows? First of all, we have to separate. There are people that have to do things because of there's a serviceability to it. The first thing we got to do is extrapolate and separate. There are two different people that we're dealing with. We have a down low man that's on the down low, and he is living his best life, and he enjoys being on the down low, right? There are people that are on the down low because they have to, because of survival. Some people even call it closeted. So you have to differentiate between the two. There are people that enjoy being on the down low. I look at them. I don't look at men on the down low the way some people look. Some men on the down low, people say, oh, he's just on the down low. I look at them. I look at them in a different way. I do, because you're out here enjoying yourself. You know, you're out here enjoying yourself, doing your thing. And then there are people in the gay community that are out here on the front lines taking sticks and bats every day, losing their lives, and you get to, enjoy yourself under the anonymity of what you got going on. It's like you get to eat your cake and have it, eat it, bake it, and all that. But at the core of all of it, there's a reason why. There's a reason why. At the core of all of this DL phenomenon, whether it's these guys that are enjoying living their lives on the down low, or whether these guys that have to, basically live their lives on the down low. Sometimes they can be for religious reasons. Sometimes they can be, family, corporate. People have to do things. There's a serviceability to it. And we ain't got time to break down the minutia tonight, y'all. Maybe another show. I don't want to bore y'all. But at the core of it, people do not know that there is a subculture that runs through the gay community. There is a subculture that runs through the Black gay community where people do things under the cloak of darkness, in bushes, behind buildings, in cars, in parks, at sex clubs, at sex parties. There's a subculture of people that live their lives like that. Nobody is doing that because that's just some nasty, freaky, innate thing in gay people. That's what's being perpetuated. That's what's being perpetuated out there. That people you just want to be nasty, and you just want to be out here doing all kind of nasty stuff in the park, in the bushes. That's a problematic statement, WJ99. A lot of people, I've had conversations on here where people talk about why can't people keep their private life private? That's your business. That's actually rooted in people. That statement is rooted in why a lot of people feel a certain type of way about living in their truth, because the connotation is your life should be kept in private. What you're doing should be private. Why should it be private? Because we don't ask heterosexual people to live their lives and keep their lives private. You can say your personal business, but when it comes to gay people, it's always, oh, I want to see all that. I want to hear all of that. Why? Why can't I love out in public? Why can't I LOL love out loud? That may not be your intent, but a lot of times when that statement is made, that's what people tend to mean. I think DL men are mysterious. But let me go back to some of the origins of how men and how our subculture, how this subculture it takes shape. The reason it takes shape is there was a time, there was a era of life where it was illegal. It was dangerous to be LGBTQ. And so we started out from the gate being told to, the foundation was laid for secrecy for us. So in the beginning, in the origins, it was already laid out for us that everything should be done in private regarding us. Okay, so that's how it started with us. You can't be seen. You will lose your job. You will lose your apartment. We're talking about the 50s and the 60s. You will lose your apartment. You will lose your job. You will lose everything. And so we have to talk about how these subcultures are birthed. So then people tend to go into the shadows. And a lot of times when you go into the shadows, and you're already rooted in any type of trauma, it feels comfortable there after a while. The bushes, the park, in the dark feels comfortable because, well, I don't have to deal with anything. I don't have to deal with anything. I can just deal with whatever I got going on, and then I can go on with my life. There never was a point where we were given full permission to come out of the bushes, to come out of these dark places. I'm teaching a master class, even if you don't understand, even if you don't get it, even if you don't like it. We never had an opportunity. Nobody gave us a safe space. Even when we tried to find it in churches, we were then told that when we would start ministries in churches, that was wrong. There was nowhere for you to damn go and find any type of refuge without judgment or condemnation. So there was comfort. Some people look at it like, oh, I just think people just want to be out and be nasty. See, that's when you're not trying to figure out and trying to unpack anything. When you look at people at face value, you're not trying to really go too deep. You're not trying to dig through nothing. I just think people just want to be freaks and I don't think it's that deep. The Stonewall movement, Stonewall, New York City, Black and brown gay people at the Stonewall Inn in 1969, resistance against state-sanctioned police violence. It was an act of resistance that kicked off this movement. It kicked it off. People said, we're going to fight back. We're not going to allow people to do us any kind of way. And that birthed a movement. Now, there was the Compton's cafeteria riot in San Francisco before that, and a couple other things. A couple of girls, bust out a couple of windows here, bust a police upside the head with a brick over there, here and there. It was, before Stonewall, but Stonewall is the marker that a lot of people tend to look for in history. And so with Stonewall, the gay liberation movement started. But can I be honest? The gay liberation movement was not really rooted in people of color. People of color were not centered in the gay liberation movement. We were not centered in that. I know people saying, Tyesse, you're too heavy for this time of night. I don't. I'm gonna try to get off this. So even in our own communities, we were we were on the margins, right? We were on the margins. So, oh no, we were not centered in that. No, not at all. So when you see this Facebook person that is outing and got pages and pages of DL folks that they say is DL, it catches your attention, y'all. It catches everybody. Everybody want to know, oh my God, I know that pastor. I know apostle. He over there busting it down for somebody. Ooh, oh my God, I didn't know this. Well, that kind of stuff, it normally does get people's attention. It does normally get people's attention when we see our local pastor or apostle or prophet being accused of something salacious. Even though it's an allegation, people tend to tune in, but nobody really wants to really dig deep as to why so many men are allegedly on the down low, and many of them have wives and girlfriends. Let's be honest, Black women's HIV numbers are not the same as white women, when they are not even the same in population. As a demographic, they're not the same. Black women numbers are higher than white women, although white women is a higher population. I'm just saying, y'all. So to see this page and the many people that are being chronicled, including Tyler Allen, who's being chronicled and being thrown in there. Yeah, it's a little shocking for people. People are, like, oh my God, Tyler. I did see some of the comments on my last video. People like, oh, he's so loud, he's annoying. Everybody has something. People don't like my voice. Everybody got something, y'all. Okay. Everybody got something that gets on somebody's nerves, right? But we got to ask the question. But it can be salacious, it can be juicy, but we got to ask the question: why are so many men in ministry living on the down low? Why did Eddie Long die without being able to give it sound and let it bubble up? Why was he allowed to die, like that? Why didn't he give it any kind of sound? Why are we looking at something with our eyes and then we're being told it's not what we see? Why do we do that in the Black church? The man said he was juicing. He was eating. The man said he was eating vegetables, and we're looking at somebody waste away in front of our eyes, and then we're being told to not believe our eyes. Why do we do that in the Black community? Why do we do that? It's that kind of stuff that keeps all of this stuff just in a constant cycle, a vicious cycle repeating itself. We see people like Patrick Wooden, who does hate speech from the pulpit. And then we've had people come on here and say, well, that's how they always done it. They've always talked like that in the pulpit. That ain't that. People actually use that talking point. Like Patrick Wooden, that ain't nothing new. They all talk like that. That's how Kojic is. Well, all I want to know is that why is it that homosexuality is always a talking point with Patrick Wooden, and why is it that the countless and endless cases of sexual abuse within that denomination as well as others are not talked about at the same veracity and the same quantity? That's all I want to know. And this is not about Kojic. This is about all denominations that sweep things under the rug while putting focus on other things. That's all we want to know. Like, why? When what we have is, see, the problem is that they don't want to accept the fact that gay people are a part of the foundations of the Black church. They don't like that. They can't accept that. That's why they had a problem with Jamal Bryant and First Lady Carrie Bryant went over to Vision for their annual convocation. Anybody that speaks to the gay community from the Black church orthodoxy becomes a problem. They don't like that. They don't want you to be seen as normal. They want you to be reprobates. There's nothing for you other than repentance. I understand that, Kojic connection. You should never be seen talking to them people. Well, how do you, or if you're trying to evangelize to somebody, or if you're trying to bring somebody in, how do you meet them? How do you meet them? Like, if you want to get somebody delivered, if you want to carry the gospel of Jesus Christ to a community, how do you do that? Do you only do that from the pulpit, lambasting Bible verses and saying that they're going to hell? Like, how do you do that? Like, how do you, because E. Dewey Smith says you can't evangelize and antagonize at the same time. You can't, they don't go together. You can't do it together, because people will not allow others to be who they want to be. Mind your business and leave others alone. As long as none is trying to force their choice on you, leave them alone. Gay marriage is acceptable and people should feel better about coming out. I have a lot of work to do, y'all. I just don't have the time right now. I don't. It's late. I have a lot of work. Based on some of these comments, there's a lot of work to be done, but I don't have time, right? I really don't. It's a late hour. It's a late hour. I'm glad that you're all here. We will do a part 2 and we'll discuss some more things, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's I don't have time right now, y'all. We got to understand that there are people in the comments, their age demographic, their life experience, their lived experience shape and form how they see human sexuality, how they see the gay community. And sometimes you can just, do the best you can with informing and helping people, but there's really not much I can do at 10:39 at night, y'all. I can't. It's only so much I can do. But let me say this. The talking point, a lot of people use a talking point of, well, I don't bother people. Just let people let that. I don't want to see all that. I'll just let them do their thing and let people live their honey. They just over there. I don't want to. A lot of stuff is rooted. There's certain things that are rooted in our community, deeply embedded in our community, and it's based on how we saw things and how we were raised and how we were taught. Right now, let me be clear. I'm one of those gays. I don't need affirmation from nobody. I don't need you to affirm me. Bishop Allen was talking about that. Some of y'all are still out here looking for affirmation. Some of y'all are still out here searching for affirmation. I don't need it. But I do know that there are young gay people that are coming up that need it. They need that affirmation. Unfortunately, the church system is not set up for these young people. That's the only community that I'm concerned about. 16 through like 21. That's who I'm concerned about, because there's no place for them. We didn't have anybody. We didn't have anything. And in my day, our community was our friend groups. That's who we depended on each other. Now today, these kids have a lot more resources than we had. Each generation, it does get a little bit better than a generation before them. Thank God. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't. Well, Archbishop Carl Bean gave me enough. Ariel was saying too, I have enough to kind of like, I ain't got to go to another church. I go to church because I want to be around like-minded people and I want to continue to evolve and, based on spiritual principles that whatever the theology is of that church. But I ain't got to go to no more churches really. He gave me a lot in those 20 years. Archbishop Carl Bean gave me a lot to work with. He did. Concerning this thing called sexuality, identity, and your connection to the divine. I get it. I totally get it. Now, there are other areas of my life that I have to work on, but that I ain't got to work on that. I'm clear on that. Clear. Yeah. So my goal, my concern are young gays that are out here, that many of the gays nowadays, they're being raised by the Zeus network. And that's it TV. They're being raised. Their communities don't look like me and Harold's communities look. That's their thing. These gay pastors and all of these alleged gay pastors that the Facebook person is talking about, let's just say 50% of them is accurate. Let's say 75% of them are accurate. They all have a story. They all have a story that is not told and that they are not comfortable telling because of the environment that we're living in. Let's say 75% of these people on this list is accurate. They're on the DL actively. Well, there's a reason why. There's a reason why. There now there are a lot of people. There are a lot of people who get in ministry fully aware that they are gay. I'm not, save your emails. There are some ministers that are fully aware that they are same-sex attracted and they get into ministry. And then when the scent is picked up, then they run and go get a wife to throw everybody off. It happens a lot. Once people pick up on that scent, they smell it, then they go run and get a wife. And sometimes a wife isn't enough. Because now we're looking at effeminate men in relationships with masculine women. You look crazy as hell. A lot of the women that they are marrying are not even feminine looking. So it's like, what the hell is this? So marrying a woman sometimes isn't enough to get people off of the scent. So as my sister Mahogany says, some of y'all take the damn joke too far. Now you're out here having 3, 4, 5, and 6 kids with these women. Nobody's going to tell you. You look crazy as hell with this woman that looks like she could be a damn boxer or a whole truck driver. And now you're having children, kids. Now you're fucking up multiple lives. Because when the bow breaks, now you got to tell these kids, now you got to tell these kids that your daddy is a homosexual. I'm not bi. I'm not struggling. I've always been a whole gal. But I married your mama because I needed to be able to put up an air on, Sunday. And so many people like Keith McQueen, who we ain't forgot about Keith McQueen. We ain't forgot about Keith. So many people like Keith McQueen, when they have to reinvent themselves, they tend to throw the community away like it's a used toy. And now they have to reinvent themselves and come up with something new. Mm-hmm. Ty, you owe me a tomato. I'm making a turkey club and was cutting and dropped the tray. I will send you a cash app. We call it lavender marriages. So my question is, although they get married, the desire is still there to be with a man. Somebody may get a little mad with me giving away, what they call it. We have bro code, and then we have cis code, and then we have gay code. So I'm gonna give you a little bit of gay code, okay? Yeah, the gay community can get a little mad at me. I don't care. I don't give a damn. I'm 50. What you gonna do? You can't whoop me. What you gonna catch me coming out of Home Goods and Rat Pack me? Because I was on my live one night giving out gay code? What you gonna do? Catch me coming out of one of my favorite restaurants and pepper spray me? You better make sure it gets in my eyes. Some gay men can reach erection for women. Some gay men can ejaculate and everything for gay women. some women will tell you when they're married to somebody, now that they know the tea, they would always say two things. He always had a problem with erections, but there are also women that will tell you that he always wanted to do anal sex with me. I never understood that until after he came out. The only way he could get an erection if we did anal. Some men can become erect for a woman. Some gay men can become erect and can ejaculate for a woman. Some gay men have a hard time. And sometimes they'll make up a reason. They'll make up anything from impotence to childhood trauma. They'll make up anything to, make the excuse. We have escorts, people that do sex work, that you have to be prepared for an average person hiring you, but you also have to be prepared for a person that you are not physically attracted to. There are some people, like my nephew Premier told me one time, he said, Auntie, I don't think I could ever be an escort. He said, I don't think, he said, because I have to be physically attracted to you to get an erection. There are people like that. They have to be physically attracted to reach an erection. There are some people that can reach erection based on stimulation, if you understand what I'm saying. Yeah. Well, there's a reason why a lot of these gay men get these very masculine looking women that look like they could be a damn Walmart truck driver. There's a reason why do they all look masculine? Well, one, many of them are lesbian because the agreement is we're going to do this. They find a lesbian woman that's comfortable with this. They will actively go and find a lesbian woman to be the first lady. Oh, actively, they do that a lot. They'll go find a lesbian woman and then they procreate together. And sometimes they have a whole plan. I've heard about, we have a whole 10-year plan. And then we're going to do this. We're going to get this money. We're going to do this. And then we'll just figure out what we're going to do. You can go your way. We can divorce. We can do it. But in the meantime, we're going to do this. We have 10 years. We give it 10 years. Have a few kids. They sit down and have agreements and conversations like this. They do. Can we get to 300 likes, y'all, with 600 people in the audience? Can we get to, please, 300 likes? So let's just stop for a moment and let's get these likes up. For all of you that were live earlier, you know that we were live talking about Donnie McClurkin and his situation. We talked about that. Great live. A lot of inboxes have come in, a lot of comments. Thank y'all. I appreciate that. Please hit the like button. We need 32 likes. That's all we need. I don't know no other way, brother. But Donnie McClurkin has been out here a long time. Donnie McClurkin's problem is with this case, and this may be a case of somebody that worked for him and thought about it, and somebody that worked for Donnie thought about it, and I feel he's building his case around that email. I really believe that. He's going to build his case around that email and whatever else he may have. But Donnie has been out here on the battlefield talking about struggle and out here preaching and speaking and talking about gay people and talking about homosexuality. That's the problem. It'd be one thing if you were really, really out here trying to live this chastened, delivered life. But for you to be out here with these allegations and talk about, I've had a sprinkling of men, and child, I have to look at you with a side eye until I know different. We need 11 likes. Thank y'all so much. Hit the like button. I lived through the DL experience and it was horrible. Most women say it was horrible because they didn't deserve that. We need 32 more likes. Thank you so, well, not 32, 11 more likes. Should nobody be in 2026? Well, let me clarify something. Should nobody be in 2026 if you pay your own rent, pay your own bills, take care of yourself, you ain't got no assistance from nobody? Should nobody be living in the shadows, living for your family, living for other people? I understand sometimes there's a serviceability, there's something that you have to do, there's a means to an end, but I will be damned. I will be damned with all that I have survived and all that I have been through to be sitting my ass up and spitting in God's face, living something that I know in my heart is not true, to prove something to a family member, to a church, to a community that I know is a lie. I'll be damned. What God has helped me come through and escape out of, to then spit up in his face and live the rest of my years as a lie. Y'all, honey, listen, y'all, you do what works for you. I'm just speaking for Tyesse Jackson. Whatever floats your boat. Whatever gets you through the night, whatever helps you sleep through the night. But you paying your own rent, you're paying your own bills. You're not an inheritance baby. You're not a trust fund baby. Nobody left you anything. And you out here taking care of yourself, been out here on the streets all this time by yourself. Many of you have been estranged from your parents, estranged from your family, and you're still out here trying to keep up appearances for some people that don't give a damn about you. I'll be damned. I wish the fuck I would. But I do understand where the mindset comes from. I do understand how that builds up over time and the systems that are in place in the Black community that causes that. I do get it. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying for me, I'm talking about personally, I'll be damned. Yeah. People do for all kinds of reasons, Ross. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. You can go find you a woman. And listen, if you're in the chat, go find you a woman. You can go find you a lady, then y'all go have some kids, have 2 kids, 2.5 kids, and then get your house out in Smyrna and, live your life. If that's what you want to do. I'm not here speaking against nuclear families and traditional families. I'm not. Do whatever works for you. You can suppress your sexuality. You can. It's something that is actually done. You're not delivered. You're not delivered. You have basically trained your mind and your consciousness to operate in a certain life pattern. It may be guys, as delivered. You're not delivered. You're not. That's why people always say, well, the attraction is always there. All of them say the same thing. The attraction is always there. Ain't nobody want to ask why. Have y'all heard? The people say the same thing. Every last one of them say the same thing. The attraction is always there. I just choose to, okay. It's always there. Did you ask anybody why the attraction is always there? Why it can't be delivered away? Why it can't be exercised out of you? Why you can't be fully delivered? God is not like a bad perm. Now, he's going to deliver you from something. He does everything and he does it well. Karen Clark Sheard said, the heavens are telling. That's what Karen said. The heavens are telling of his goodness. It's very easy to do, Candy. You can do it easily, Just suppress yourself, You know. You can see him down his face. He is so unhappy. When he did the uncensored for TV1, I wanted to just try to reach out to the guy and said, "Sir, you are being spiritually tortured. Like you look as Iana says, from the neck down on that uncensored, you don't even look like you're emotionally alive because you are desperately trying to prove a point. We don't know who you're trying to prove it to, whether you're trying to prove it to the Church of God in Christ, yourself, your family. We're not clear on that. But you're trying to prove a point that you don't have to prove. Meanwhile, you got people out here in these rumblings and people out here saying different things. The only person that was honest about that was Tone on that TV show, and he paid the price. Tone went on the Lexi show. It's been a while, so I see it in my head. Some of it in my head, but Tone went on the Lexi show and said that he was blindsided about that. I think he said that they may have talked before or what was not going to be said or what was not going to be talked about. If I remember, it's been so many years, Ty Squad. But Tone, said he was blindsided by Lexi. I heard that Lexi was not fired, but I think they said she was either something happened. I had to go pull some of my old videos on Tone. It's been over 20 years now. It literally has been 20 years plus. I think they said Lexi wasn't let go. I think she was either demoted or a show something. I don't remember, y'all. I don't remember. But Tone was blindsided. But Jamie Foster Brown did the same thing to Tevin Campbell and Sister to Sister. Jamie Foster Brown did the same thing to several gay men. She would do that all the time. Right there in the interview. One of the most violent things you can ask somebody that's not out or that you're not clear about in a public setting is, are you gay? That is very, very violent. And people don't know how violent it is when somebody asks you publicly, are you gay? I remember my middle brother asking me in front of my mother one time. I still, to this day, 40 years later, remember the feeling attached to that. My middle brother, who's living in my house right now, asked me that in front of my mother. Why? Anita Baker had an album called Giving You the Best That I Got. The year was 1988, 89-ish. Giving You the Best That I Got was out. And I played that tape until I could not play it no more. One, I was in love, but that's a whole nother story. But I played it over and over and over again. Giving You the Best That I Got, Good Love, Just Because, priceless. And my brother just asked. I remember my mom was sitting on the couch, he was on another couch, and I was on the floor right there by my little stereo system, bumping it over and over again. And he asked me, are you gay? Good thing I don't hold grudges. I love my brother. I do. Tone paved the way, and he did, Lamar. Tone paid. I said he crawled so Daryl Walls could sit up and tell us that he accidentally sent that video to close friends and it got leaked. Tone crawled so all these other girls could do stunts and shows. Tone crawled so we could have the Dante Bowles and the Daryl Walls, and I can name quite a few, but I'm gonna move on. So everybody else can be out here flipping and flopping and jumping around. We had Tone so we could have the Ernest Pughs and the Vashawn Mitchells of the world, and quite a few others, but I digress. If you're enjoying this awesome masterclass tonight, please contribute to the platform, because they don't contribute, they contribute to everybody else. Hell, send us a couple of dollars over here. Send me about 15, 20 bucks. Okay, Ty Squad. Where do we go from here? What is Tyler Allen going to do? Well, Tyler, this person that's over here, this person over here, I saw that she did a video. The person that's doing this, I saw that she did a video, and she had a person, an LGBTQ person. I believe it may have been a pastor she had on, and she wanted to be clear that she reiterated, although you see all of this outing of these black men, she wanted to be clear that she don't have anything against gay men. She said that. She said that she has a problem with people that are not living in the truth and that are lying and deceiving people, basically. Tyler and his wife should sit this one out. It's 70 is a catch-22. You know, you come out and you say something, then you say something, now you're legitimizing it. If you don't say anything, then people say, child, you know why he ain't saying nothing, because it's true. So you have to decide, Tyler has to decide with his family, what exactly is my benefit from this? Hey, Frankie, we see some things in the spirit. I saw the comments over there y'all was leaving about Tyler. I don't know that man, y'all. I seen the comments over there on that thread. Y'all, ooh, you know, I heard that he explained why he's feminine. There was a video. One of the past members told me that he did a video and he explained that I think he said he was raised by, he was raised by women or something. His grandmother, I don't know, y'all, but that's the reason why. Y'all got it? That's, oh, child. A lot of people that are raised by, a lot of men that are raised by women, raised by their grandmamas and aunties, sometimes they are a little, a little feminine. That don't necessarily make you gay. I know a lot of feminine men that are not gay, especially men in the South. I don't know him either, but we go where the I can't do this with y'all. There are a lot of men that are, sometimes my boy Kirk Franklin, and I know he got a whole wife. But sometimes on Sunday best, he would be real up there, y'all. He would be really real. Some of y'all remember when Kirk Franklin was on Sunday best, he'd be up there like Kirk would be real. And I know that man got a wife and kids, So that's why I say some people can be feminine and it's not what you think. I guess it's certain, it's the mannerisms, You know what got me blocked on my original page? That page is gone. You know what got me blocked for Matthew Stevenson on my original page? I'm on my other page now. Because I said, oh, Matthew is so real sometimes. Because sometimes Matthew, he don't know he's real. He forgets sometimes. Am I lying? Matthew, if you see this, Matthew, you be real sometimes. It just comes out. I don't know if you notice it. We see it. Like it I cannot. Oh, Jesus, y'all, I can't do this. Mm-hmm. Okay, we got somebody in the area said they've been waiting for this day. Everybody has been running amok over there in that area. Okay. We got somebody to say they've been waiting for this day. Okay. And they've been over there cutting up for a while over in Mobile. What the hell is going on in Mobile and Pensacola? Especially the way Matthew Flick is. He forgets these. Matthew, no shade, bro. But sometimes you just you be forgetting, Matthew. I think that's what it is. I'm gonna tell you somebody else. Like, sir, I don't know if you watch your videos back. Oh my God, the devil is a liar. Yeah. How is my computer not plugged up? Oh, that was. Oh, thank you, Jesus. I caught that. Let me tell you somebody, baby. When I tell you that SY Younger, oh, yeah. Mannerisms don't necessarily mean anything, but speaking as a gay man, sometimes mannerisms do. That's my lived experience as a gay man. Sometimes don't get wrapped up in mannerisms, but SY Younger, baby, listen, sir, we're not gonna do this. SY. SY, we ain't playing around. Yeah, SY Younger, that's like he totally just zones out and forgets that there's a camera. SY, the camera is rolling, bro. Bro, the camera is rolling. Do me a big favor while you're all here thinking about it. Can you hit the while you're all here thinking about it, can you hit the subscribe button for me? If you're enjoying this content, hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much. I'm finna go watch Matt right after this show. Oh, you going over there, Junior? Junior, what you finna go do? You finna go watch his last sermon? Uncle Ben had that buzz down. Stop, y'all. My prayer for anybody that's dealing with sexual issues, honey, is that you make peace and get an understanding with God, not dogma, not theology, not some church, not a doctrine, that you talk to God for yourself and get an understanding. You need to make peace with whatever is going on. I promise you, the song says he'll make it all right. When you've done the best of your sin, you got to take it down in the woods. Y'all a mess. I cannot these comments. People lived in the shadows. People went to their graves in disgrace. People went to their graves with shrouds of secrecy and murmurs and whispers, from James Cleveland to Eddie Long and everybody in damn between. Don't let that be you. There's another song that says, "Don't let it be said too late." Don't let your life be so, shrouded in secrecy and mystery that they can't put on your tombstone a life well lived. I think Matthew is anointed. I think once he is free, he will even be more effective. Tiffany Montgomery said, whoever that is he over there messing with, if he don't walk away from him, he's gonna croak. Lamar, that's what she said. She said, if you don't leave that person alone, she didn't say whether it was male or female. She said, you're gonna croak. And she said, that is the word of the Lord. And she walked away. Tal, we talk about the men. What about the women? In regards to what? Well, I speak from a male, same gender loving point of view because I'm a male. I guess if I was a lesbian woman, I'd probably speak from that perspective. But yeah, there are women out here that, I just don't speak from that standpoint because I'm not a woman, a lesbian woman. Who was the other pastor she cursed? She curses a lot of people. Let me do we have our file, our Rolodex? Yeah, let me see. You say who's the other person she cursed? Hold on. Let me see. You say who's the let me oh my god, let me okay, we're M N O wait. Have a masculine energy. Oh, yeah, there are women that have masculine energy, and that are not lesbians. Yeah. She fell out because she needed some Gatorade. Girl, wasn't nobody doing nothing to you. And I want to go on record and say I don't think God's gonna do nothing to me. I believe all of that was staged, Tiffany. You knew all of these whack jobs on YouTube was gonna say, "Oh my gosh, she's under attack. It's warfare." You knew that. That's why you fell all out, and then got right up and stood right back at the girl. You and that lady that had that seizure that used to be around here, y'all would get along good. Thank you, George Dorsey. $10 for awesome masterclass. Thank you so much. Thank y'all so much. Hold on, let me see something. Oh, wow. Thank y'all so much. Joyce Dorsey, Alicia Jackson, I. McDonald, Paula Spruill. Paula Spruill, thank you so much. Oh, that was from earlier. Okay. So far, we have Joyce Dorsey, Alicia Jackson, and I. McDonald so far that have given before we've even did the official act. So thank you to the three of you that have sown $10, $10, and $7.77 respectfully before we even did the official acts. All right. Paula Spruill says, I always look forward to your reporting. Thank you, woman of God, for your $9 seed. Tiffany needs to have a VA. Tiffany needs to go somewhere and sit down somewhere and stop these damn word curses. I guess I'll talk about this after. We have another. Okay, I'll talk about this after. For those that did not hear in the beginning, one more time. Richard Smallwood will lie in repose, at the First Baptist Church of Glen Arden International, 600 Watkins Park Drive, Upper Marlboro, Maryland. Pastor John K. Jenkins Sr. is the pastor. Services entrusted to Precious Memories Funeral Home in the nation's capital. The funeral will be held Saturday, January 24th, 2026 at 12 noon. Doors are open as early as 9:30 a.m. Expect there to be a lot of people. So get there, I would say get there at 8:30 so that you can be in line when the doors open at 9:30. Additional information regarding donations and hotel accommodations will follow. There are plenty hotels, nice hotels in that area. Amen? Okay. So you'll be able to stay at 4- and 5-star accommodations in that area over in the Upper Marlboro area. Okay. Thank y'all so much. Please govern yourselves accordingly. Okay. At this time, we're asking everybody that has enjoyed this live conversation concerning the Mobile, Pensacola list and the Episcopal woes of Tyler Ian Allen to please be sure to support us tonight with a seed of $8. Make sure it's $8 even, not $8.88, not $8.25. Make sure it's 800. Or you can just make sure. Am I doing the repass for a Smallwood? I did one for Lady Louise. I did one from Kevin Lemons. I might do a repass for Richard Smallwood. I might. Thank you for yeah, I might do one for him. Yes. Make sure the number 8, for instance, you can give $108. You can give $88. Just make sure 8 is in your seed tonight. Somebody may want to give $188.88. Somebody may give $800. Just make sure the number 8 is in your seed. Thank you so much. I think she's mad that good-looking pastor didn't end up with her. He's the one that's really into working out, Ty. I think that's why Tiff is upset. Oh, okay. Is that what it is? Thank y'all so much. I see seeds coming in. I see the seeds coming in. We do have to talk about something else. Please remain seated. So far, we have one seed from Liz McCree so far. One seed has come in. We're going to wait because we know they're all going to be flooding in right now. All the $8 seeds are about to flood in right now. Is $8 too much for world-renowned blogging in a whole masterclass? Is it too much to ask for? Okay, we have to talk about something else, y'all. Please remain seated. Please don't go. Service is not over. We're going to be here for a few moments longer, maybe even longer than that. So please remain seated. We're waiting for all of the $8 seeds to pour in. Okay, now they're coming in. Okay. Thank you. Hey, Dr. Hudson, Nikita Hightower, thank y'all so much thank you for 1888. Okay, y'all, you know what? We're $13 away from a great night. We're $13 away, so we just need two $8 seeds. Let me close this out so we can get back. Okay, we need two $8 seeds to close the night out. Thank you so much. Okay. Is the church going to release a statement on, are they going to release a statement? Are they going to, well, Marvin, I think Marvin is dealing with his health right now. So I don't know if there's going to be a statement. People are asking, should Marvin release a statement? Should Marvin say something? I'm going to pose the question to the Tie Squad. Should Marvin Winans release a statement on such explosive allegations from Donna McClurkin? You get to answer the question. Thank y'all. We reached our goal and we have $12 overflow. Thank y'all. The goal has been met tonight. We can start a new goal if you wish. Should Marvin Winans release a statement on Donnie McClurkin's lawsuit? You can put your answer yes or no. Marvin shouldn't release a statement. Why shouldn't he release a statement? The boy to envy. Why? Talk to me. Lamar. Not. Okay, no. I did not get in the correct line for your No, he has nothing to do with it. It's Donnie's. But ain't that his leader, Donnie? Ain't Marvin Donnie's person? He over there at that church over there. Y'all, okay. Marvin should just hush. Thank you, Dr. Hudson. I appreciate that, brother. The gift was for teaching me earlier tonight the definition of a lavender wedding. Okay. Yes. I appreciate that, brother. And good to see you in the chat. Nope. He's going senile. Oh, my God. Come on now, y'all. Salt him out. Salt him out, bro. No, he should study to be quiet. No need to get healing. Oh, he needs to study to be quiet. Oh, y'all are vicious, man. No need to go get healing for yourself. Okay, y'all. Marvin, don't even worry about it, baby. I thought that like ain't Donnie like one of the sister pastors? Oh, that's a bad analogy. One of the associate pastors over there ain't perfecting like a sister church. Am I wrong? It's his church, so he needs to say something. That's what I was thinking. You can come out and say something, but they say he's over there. He over there going through, his situation. I think Marvin, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I think you need to just, I think you need to just let that church go. That whatever it is y'all got going on over there, just say, you know what, we tried. Don't let your ego, bro, let that go. It's not going to happen. It's not. The amount of money y'all got and the amount of money y'all got coming in from these donations, it just ain't going to hit. Thank y'all so much. We got $20 overflow tonight. Thank y'all so much. Did you call Donnie? No, I said, ain't that the sister church? That boy, the envy. That's what I thought. Marvin is his leader. Okay, so Marvin, you do have to come out and say something. The man said that Donnie McClurkin was over there allegedly touching on him and stuff. And he said more than that when we read that lawsuit earlier. So do you have a statement, Marvin? He is done his covering sort of like Gates and Corn. Well, child, if it's like Gates and Corn, then he ain't gonna say nothing. Lever boy. If it's like Corn and that man Gates and Corn, that's why I said I didn't understand why Brian Corn was around here telling people to repent. He would have told me to repent. Do you think Wooden's going to speak up? Of course not. No. He ain't gonna say nothing. He only is this lotion on my shirt? What is it? Oh, that's lint. Thought that was lotion. He only speaks about women, calling them $2 whores, talking about Twinkie and church girl. He really turns his attention to gays and women. Calling Carrie Bryant basically a $2 whore while saying, well, I'm not talking about her, but calling her dress, that's something a $2 whore would wear. Talking about Twinkie, by proxy, talking about his wife and his sister-in-laws. Because Twinkie is an extension of the Clark sisters. Church girl is a real thing. Black women have agency over their bodies. And if a black woman or a black girl wants to go out and freak on Saturday night and then go sing in a choir, I mean, hell, men been doing this since, caveman days. Shit. So she want to go out and get her freak on Saturday night, like Beyonce said. And then she want to go play the tambourine on Sunday. That's her business. That's between her and God. You don't tell no. I'm sorry. Let me stop. Marvin is ailing. He needs to be somewhere praying. Ooh, Jesus. Now your sister down here, your sister Cece, she down here, over here, I was gonna say something that would have been wrong. She over here cowtailing over here with these damn white folks. Cece, well, where is Cece at? Somebody need to go get Cece and tell Cece and BB and all them, y'all need to come up here and check on y'all brother. It don't look too good. That last cough he did when he was coughing and couldn't stop coughing, I said that don't look too good. I think these people need to really, really get clear on ailments and being open and forthright to churches. Well, open and forthright to people that follow these churches and follow these ministries. Your parishioners will always be the number one concern, but there are people that watch you virtually and online. Did y'all hear how he does eulogies and y'all want him to release a statement? Well, he did botch Mother Stack's eulogy. He did botch. Well, hold on. Wait a minute. Do I have my thing? He have botched a lot of eulogies. Hold on one second. Let's see. C, D. Okay. Yeah, he has botched a lot of eulogies. Marvin Lyden said that they're going in the church at the beginning of this year. I think he said like May? Because last time I heard he said May of next year. Well, this year. He said May. Ugh. I need him to come with the same energy that he had for that lady. When he told her, this ain't the line that ain't what I told you. You gonna talk about Donnie like that? Like you talk to that lady? Well, I thought I bought you 100+. That ain't what I told you, lady. I wonder if he gonna talk to Donnie like that. Donnie needs to sit down. Well, Donnie don't look health wise. Donnie don't look too good either. Because I just saw him do a video. I was like, damn, Donnie, all y'all look like y'all need a V8 or an IV or something. That's not a health read. That's just an observation. Why doesn't he say anything? Cindy Flowers will provide the statement either way. Okay, double H2O. Cindy Flowers. Okay. Didn't say Cindy Flowers left? I could have sworn somebody said that Cindy Flowers, well, maybe that was, these girls always getting stuff wrong. So maybe that was incorrect. Woody needs to come outside. I've never seen Twinkie up at his church, nor have I seen any pics with these two. No, ain't nobody go. Wooden is like a heretic in some circles. It's honey, ain't nobody dealing with outside of Kojic circles. Ain't nobody dealing with Wooden. No, the man is a little touch around the edges. Yeah, Wooden is a little touch. He's a little touch. Marvin Wine is mentored and ordained under Kirkin, but oversees his own church. Okay, Eric. Eric says Marvin Wine is mentored and ordained under Kirkin, but oversees his own church. But he do go over there to perfecting. Donnie do be over there preaching when Marvin is away and ailing and stuff. And they do interchange each other when they talk about each other. So people are under the understanding that there's some sort of episcopacy. Donnie does look bad. Maybe him and Winans need to touch and agree on hell. Anything is possible, or two or more gather. That's not a read. It'll be interesting to see who speaks up in support of Donnie. Bishop Shear, Bishop Shear, you have anything to say? You're the presiding prelate. You have anything to offer Donnie? The man said that Donnie was over there allegedly touching on him and riding him and sucking him and stuff. So let me go, because I don't want everybody. You always talk about Kojic. You always talk about Bishop Shear. Let me go through some other denominations. Okay, it's okay. Why you always talk about Bishop Shear? Shear ain't said nothing about none of y'all. Okay, we'll go through some other denominations. Paul Morton, Bishop Paul Morton, Bishop Paul. Would you like to release a statement in support of Donnie? Child, ain't nobody gonna come out here. I'm just trying to think of some people. Ain't nobody gonna come out here and say nothing for Donnie. Donnie, honey, they probably say Donnie got this. Let me think of some more people. I don't want to just do the head of denominations. I wonder what Matthew Stevens would come out and say something. That's not really his circle, but that ain't really Donnie's circle. I mean, that ain't really Matthew's circle, but Marvin Sapp, okay, Marvin, close the doors. Donnie's church is also called Perfecting Faith. He's under. That's what I thought. Sheer ain't gonna do nothing but tell my like he always do, laugh behind everybody. He ain't gonna do nothing. You think Donnie and Marvin knew this young man was about to come forward? Stress can make you sick. Ooh, that's a good question. Stephanie. I don't know about Marvin, but Donnie, the question you have to ask. Thank y'all. Keep the cash apps coming. Let's see if we can do 300. We've done 220. Let's see if we can do 300. I know we can do it. I believe that. Hey, I believe we can do 300 tonight, y'all. I really do believe that. The question we didn't have a chance to ask earlier, what our Donna McKirkin commentary was, did the young man send Donnie an offer? What's that letter? Me and Pam just talking about it. What they send you to the letter that they send you when they're asking for a financial amount. I can't think of. We was just talking about it. Damn. Anyways, but I wonder if he sent one of those, because Diddy ignored Cassie's demand. Thank you, Clifton. A demand letter. I hope, Donnie, I hope that man did not send you a demand letter and you ignored it like Diddy. Because see what happened to Diddy. Donnie. Okay, now we got 229. Okay, we need $71 more. I believe God for it. It's already done. Let me tap my phone one time. We have $229. It is so. There will be 300. There will be no lack in 2026. Donnie, Donnie, did you receive a demand letter from that man? Well, how much would he probably ask for? Please don't do a Tyrone Blackburn, sir. Please don't do a damn Tyrone Blackburns. Talk about no damn $6 million. I think from what I could see based on the email and these allegations, sir, the best I could do if I was negotiating this, the best I could do is $500,000. I'm sorry. That's the best I can do. It's really a take it or leave it. We're not even negotiating. $500,000. We're not doing all of this, sir. Okay? Take it or damn leave it. We could do it like that, like $100,000 per session, except in sessions you went back up there to the damn man after you'd already got away from the man. And then you talk about he coerced me into going. Oh my God, sir. $500,000 is probably the best I'm gonna be able to do. And I'm being very generous with you. Donnie, the next question is, are you in a financial position? Well, you probably got some little money, Donnie, because you got that church and you had a recording career, endorsements, you was on Sunday's Best. You might got a little change, but I don't know if $500,000 is gonna hit your account too heavy. I don't know how much celebrity net worth don't really mean anything, y'all. I don't even Donnie McClurkin's net worth. Donnie McClurkin's net worth is $5 million. I don't even go by that, y'all, because some people don't know. What about $250,000? What year was the breakup with Nicole? I don't, y'all going too deep, honey. I don't know, honey. The hell if I know. Ty, I think that would break him. Well, they say he got $5 million on celebrity net worth. And then he got this church over there, so there's always some money flowing around over there. He probably got it, but it would definitely hurt his pockets. Ooh, Johnny, how do y'all always get in this? You, Tyler, y'all are always in these situations with these high yellow sexy men. How are y'all always in these scenarios with these men, Donnie? Donnie McClurkin can call 5 pastors for each plow. They'll give him all the cash. Donnie gonna be trying to touch that man to lower than the man. Ooh, Donnie, I'm trying to think, bro, what you can do. Well, the plaintiff is leaving it up to the judge to decide, how much it's worth. So maybe a judge will look at this and say, okay, this is not really worth a lot. So we'll give you something, but it's up to the judge. Check your Cash App again. Oh, check my Cash App. Okay. Thank you, Janice. I love you too. For $8.88, Edith Critchlow. Thank you for $8. Auntie Trish, thank you so much for $25. Good to see you over in the bushes. Auntie Trish from my other platform days. Good to see you. That man was a very mob name. He can go on tour with some of his gospel singer friends and make it. Child, ain't nobody going to these. That's why I keep telling these people, stop doing all these damn tours. Ain't nobody coming to these tours. What happened was they did that first tour with the Clark sisters, Thai tribute. Do y'all remember that first tour they did? It was really big. Everybody came. It was sold out. After that, everybody started going crazy. What was it called? The family tour or something like that. That first tour they did about 3 years ago, everybody was going to it. And after that, everybody just went stone cold crazy. Yeah, honey, Cassie is sitting on something nice. She got a settlement from the hotel. She got a settlement from Diddy. She got a settlement, honey. Cassie, honey, child. She got paid for every bump and bruise. He made the New York Post. Child, he made Billboard. Don McCurkin made Billboard. But Donnie been around here a long time, honey. He been around here a long time talking about homosexuality and deliverance and all this stuff. Sometimes if y'all just go somewhere and sit y'all asses down somewhere, you'll be okay. They don't know how to do that. And I'm a fan of Tyler Perry's too. I'm a fan. But I say the same thing to him. Y'all be doing too much. Well, Tyesse, they're just allegations. Honey, we know they're just allegations. But my mama used to say, everybody ain't damn lying on you. Well, Ty, it's just allegations, Ty. Yeah, they are allegations. Until somebody drop a damn video or a damn text message, Shane. Tyler, that man said that light-skinned man, the Mexican man, said he got something for your ass. Oh, yeah, he said he got something for you. He said, yeah, you helped him. Yeah, he needed a couple of dollars. But he said he got something for that ass. I believe him for some reason. Because I think a lot of times people forget. They be forgetting. He said he got something for that ass. And not in the way you want it. The tour was called the Reunion Tour. Once that tour was so successful, Eric, everybody just went crazy. The Oxtail Tour, the Church's Chicken Tour, Neck Bones Over White Rice Tour. Everything, just every time you looked up, I had a run to Walmart real quick tour. Child. Maybe they just stop touching on not so beautiful people. All these men look like they could be international male models. All these men look like they straight out of Abercrombie and Fitch. I thought 2026 would be Bussygate free, but child, listen, 2026 is, if this is how we starting off, yeah, I don't like when they do that. I know some black shows, Lamar, have to have sponsorships, otherwise we wouldn't have the shows. I just don't like that. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I can't stand that when we're watching a black award show and they say, best female vocalist brought to you by Bojangles. I can't stand that. But I get it. You gotta have sponsorship, otherwise you wouldn't have no damn show, because ain't nobody putting the money up. So you got to get the money from some damn where. Albertina Walker, Artist of the Year, brought to you by Popeyes. I can't stand that. I don't even like the Popeyes chicken lady that be on the commercial. That kind of stuff is cringy to me, y'all. It cringes me. Especially the Popeyes chicken lady. All that lady irks me. Whenever I see her, she always standing there by the drive-thru. Hey, baby, come on in here and get some of my fried chicken. Y'all can trigger. I've been thinking about those tropes from back in the day. Hey, sugar baby, come on in here and get some of my honey butter biscuits. I don't like black people talking like that about food. I don't. And then about the white gaze. It's not Gaze. It's not about the white gaze. I don't like black people talking like that about food, especially chicken. Come on in here. It's fresh out the grease, baby. Come on in here and get some of this fried chicken, sugar baby. Oh, I can't stand that shit, y'all. It irks me. When Bojangles is hot and fresh, it will make you sing. Yeah, we just told Mary J. Blige, don't be up there singing about no damn fried chicken. So they did pull that commercial for Mary J. Blige. So we told her, get your ass. She was on top of a table. The commercial is still up there on YouTube. Get your ass off that damn table, Mary. She had to tell her, come and get your fried chicken. Your fried chicken. Come on and get your fried chicken, baby. Your fried chicken. Everybody was like, wait a minute, Mary. You up here standing on a table talking about a damn fried chicken tender? Mary needed her ass whooped. That bullshit. We told Mary don't be doing that shit. Mary said, yeah, come on up here and get your fried chicken. Get you some fried chicken. Child. I'm just saying, y'all, I ain't got nothing to do with it. Hold on a sec. I'll be right back, Tyesse Report. Cue the music really quickly. I'll be right back. Cue the music. Donate some more while I'm going to get me something really quickly, y'all. Donate some more. Musicians, can you get in place? Thank you so much. Thank you, musicians. Y'all all gonna get the same $200 that you always get. Thank you, musicians. At this time, you're not gonna get nothing more, nothing less. Sometimes you have to encourage yourself in the Lord, everybody. It's 11:46. It's 11:46, Tyesse Report. And so we're up. It's late, but we've had a busy day of content. We've had Donnie McClurkin's lawsuit drop today. We were discussing Tyler Allen and the Mobile, Pensacola list, and how people are concerned because, you know, they're just allegations and nobody has put forth any tangible proof. A Days Inn receipt, a used condom, an empty fleet bottle, you know, something like that. So right now, they're just allegations. So over there in Pensacola and Mobile and Biloxi and Pensacola. If Liz rent free in my soul, crispy fried chicken, I don't know what Mary was going through, y'all. I don't know what Mary was going through. Donnie McClurkin's lawyer categorically denies all of this. You know, they always say the same thing, Tyesse Report. It's some money grab and somebody just trying to get an envelope, you know what I'm saying? And so it's always kind of like the same template. The thing is that Donnie, here's the thing. Diddy ignored Cassie's demand letter. And not only did he wind up paying, but he also wound up being incarcerated. Remember how Donnie McClurkin was removed from an Obama campaign event in South Carolina because of Donnie's ex-gay stance? I do remember that vaguely, Eric. Yeah. I do remember that vaguely. I don't really cover Donnie a lot because I mean, I'm used to these stories, you know. The last time we covered Donnie was what happened over there in Memphis. He said he was at the hotel and a man with a dog came in the room. A man with a dog, the lock was broken and he didn't ask to go to another room. I think he said they didn't have more rooms. Ain't no way I'm sleeping in a hotel with a broken lock on the door. Just no way. If you cannot accommodate me, then I simply take a picture of the lock, I check out, go to another hotel, and I'm calling corporate, the next day. I'm not going to go in a room and sleep with a broken lock. Are you serious? So people were like, when they heard that story, of course everybody was talking about, child, this sounds like when, in the gay community, they have this thing where some men like to leave their door open and just tell people, just come in, the door is open. Some gay men do that. So people felt like, was that one of them things where you left the door cracked? And so it had somebody come up in there. So yeah, people were saying that he got offended. He was like, the bloggers are demonic and all that stuff. He's annoyingly deep for no reason. So then I was over there in the live, and he was over there talking about, oh, they are from the abyss. They are from the abyss. These bloggers are demonic. Because everybody was like, Donnie, you said that a man came in your room with a dog and a stick. And then you went to the lobby to report it, and a woman was in your lobby telling you, oh my God, Donnie, I love you. And can I give you some coochie? That's what you said. How are we demonic for covering it? I'm lost. A lady was down there. He said a lady was down there and she walked in off of Beale Street and said, I want to give you some cat. That's why I say a story like that, I wouldn't even told nobody that story. Now, do you remember when Perfecting had their 20th anniversary and Marvin said that he didn't know Donnie was gay because he wouldn't have been living in his house? That I don't remember. But they say Donnie was over there at the Winans house, over there sleeping on the couch. Over there, They said Donnie used to stay with the Winans. He was over there sleeping on the couch over there. At the Winans house. He used to sleep on the couch. That's what they said. What's Donnie's sign? Let me see something real quick. What is, I'll tell you what his sign is. Hold on. Lord, please don't let this man be an Aquarius. Please. If he's an Aquarius, honey, I give up. I give up the ghost. Donnie McClurkin's birthday. November 9th. He is a Scorpio. Oh, that explains a lot. Oh, yeah. November. Oh, yeah, that explains a lot. Enough said. Didn't he get robbed to somewhere in Memphis? He said, and he got robbed in New York. He said he put his bag down and somebody stole his bag. And then he said one night he was driving. I think he ran off the road. He was driving. He ran off the. I swear this man has the worst luck. He said he was driving. He had a car. I guess he got. I don't know, y'all. I don't know what that mean. I'm a Scorpio. Child, listen. Danger. He was driving. I think he ran into a ditch. Then he just set his bag down. He said, and somebody grabbed his bag and took off with his duffel bag. Ooh, this man has the worst luck, y'all. I swear. Yeah, he said he bent over. Well, I think he said he bent over to tie his shoes, and then I don't know. He bent over real quick, I think, to tie his shoes, and it was gone. We need to cross-reference timelines. Donnie was BB Winans checking in on you. Honey, BB got his own. BB got his own cross the bear, honey. Child, listen. BB got his own cross the bear. He's not the first child and won't be the last. We need to cross-reference That was one hell of a bend over. Yeah, I think he said he bent over to tie his shoe. Yeah, he just be doing just very mundane things, and then just random stuff be happening. Not double tap the screen. Hit the like button, everybody, if you can. Thank you. And can you please subscribe to the channel? Somebody needs to go around there and check on it. Got what's his name? Thank you, Danette, for $18. Thank you, Tanya Menifee, for $10.80. Somebody needs to go around there and check on that boy Tyler Allen, because you know this can be hurtful, you guys. It can be very painful. Somebody needs to go check on Tyler Allen. I don't know the ministers over there in Pensacola. I don't know none of them people in Mobile. All I know is Tyler Allen. Y'all go around there and check on him and make sure he okay. Because this stuff will weigh on you. It'll weigh on you real bad. It's a lot on you when people out here talking about, you know, use a freak and use over here at the college, busting it open and spreading it wide. Let me go ahead and call Vicky Wines. I know she knows some tea. You know, it's a lot. It's a lot. Some of y'all remember when Vicky went back up there and apologized to everybody. Y'all, it's so much tea over there in that church in Detroit. Some of y'all remember when Vicky went and came back and apologized for how she left. I'm gonna go check on him. No, don't you go check on him. No. Don't. But see, these people, they don't like to reach out. The blogs are seen as adversarial or salacious. So they don't like coming. They don't understand coming and talking to the blogs would help them a lot. You get your side of the story out. You can talk about it. They don't want to do that. Who is this? They don't want to do that, Reese. They don't want to talk to the blogs. Child, she is, you know what? She is basically, she is the equivalent. She is the digital equivalent of Jerry Springer. She is the digital equivalent of Jerry Springer. Okay, Tasha K just reported David Cunningham. Let me see what David looked like. Child. David Cunningham claims he blew Will Smith's back out in a bathroom at Jamie Foxx's party. And she platforms these people. She don't even care. Because see, a lot of them know that a lot of these people are not going to sue. They're not going to sue. They're not wasting resources on some of these bloggers. Some people say, well, you know, Megan Thee Stallion did, she did. A couple of others have, but a lot of these people know that these people are not going to sue. And if they do sue, there are some loopholes that people are using. Girl, you just found some random man that said he blew Will Smith's back out in the bathroom, and you platforming this mess, Tasha? But y'all keep playing and dancing with these people. She also knows that everybody has to get behind Cardi B. All right, y'all have a great. She also knows everybody got to get in line financially behind Cardi B. She went around trying to act like it's a win that she got that reprieve. But girl, all you got is a pause. So you don't have to pay the whole $4 million. But in 5 years, honey, that thing is gonna come back around like papaya. Is he dark skinned? I think that's the dude from LA. If it is, he lies and breaks. Yeah, he's kind of like medium complected, kind of like not dark skinned. David Cunningham. She finds a lot of broken gay men that come on and just make up stuff. She finds a lot. She has a real magnet for broken and self-hating gay men. She does. I don't know where she find them at. They flock to her ass like a magnet. Tasha, don't mess with Will, my dear. He is a little wounded from child. Listen, now, we do know Will can snap. Brother Bilal was on there over there talking about Jada. Brother Bilal. Jada, Brother Bilal don't like you. He do not like you, Jada. He said he's coming for your apple headed. Brother Bilal do not like you, Jada. I don't know what you did to him. But he said he coming for that ass. Yeah, he's kind of like medium complected. He over there on her Instagram talking about he blew Will Smith's back out. I just don't know where this woman find these people at. Tasha, keep it up, and you won't be able to buy a piece of bubble gum. Child, listen. I don't know why. I don't know why Cardi didn't come after that channel. Well, she did try to do the. She did try to do the what's it called. That was prevented. Yeah, she did try to come after them Google them AdSense checks. Can I ask a question? Why are you not a big fan of Judea? I don't even know who Judea is. His eyebrows are arched to the Like, who's gonna let you blow their back out and you sit up here on with Willie Watkins 73, eyebrows arched like Tyra Banks in 93. And you got on Willie Watkins number 17, pressed powder and liquid foundation. Why are you not a big fan of Jada? Oh, I see Jada. I see her. I don't think Jada's. Anybody that has a problem with me on YouTube, it's because I see them. If you see these girls and they have a problem with me, if they have a problem with me, it's because I see them. They say they see me, but no, it's actually the other way around. I see these girls for the fraudulent girls that they are. I just have an eye for girls that are fraudulent. But we're in a season, the official Tyesse Report, we're in a season of sitting back and seeing what the wall looks like. The entire 2026, we will be sitting back and watching the wall. And baby, what a wall. What a wall it's about to be. I promise you that. Well, I don't know if we're going to be able to reach it tonight, Mel, because I'm getting ready to go to bed. I'm going to give me some applesauce and call it a night. If I got down like that, I wouldn't let him climb my back with that caked up paste on his. I cannot, y'all. Y'all, we can be here all night. It's still 600 people in the chat. I thank y'all so much for tuning in tonight. I could do an all-nighter, but y'all, it's 12:01. It is officially January 6th. We remember the lives affected on this day, January 6th. A lot of people were hurt, wounded. Many law enforcement officers committed self-harm after the fact. We remember this day because it was a day that America was shown for what she really was, right? Yeah. And so as we deal with, we're going to be talking about it more tomorrow, Venezuela, and so many other things that are going on. So we'll make time to talk about it tomorrow afternoon. We do have Patreon, so tomorrow night. I would strongly suggest joining Patreon because I'm going to talk about this. I forgot to mention this earlier. I am going to talk about what we talked about tonight, tomorrow in Patreon, but it will be uncensored, if that makes sense. I will be using the actual words and the actual terminology, and I will be breaking down DL but we will be using the actual words and the actual terminology, and I will be teaching an uncensored masterclass in Patreon tomorrow concerning this. We'll be talking about Tyler and some other things. Yeah. Is Patreon an app? Patreon is a website, but you can download it as an app. Yeah. So join Patreon. I will be live and uncensored tomorrow concerning the DL phenomenon and what's going on in Mobile, Pensacola, hell, Nashville, Charlotte, San Diego, Memphis. What will happen to the president of Venezuela? Well, him and his wife are in federal custody. They're in federal lockup. They went to court today. They have been charged with multiple counts. A lot of them federal charges are, they will be looking at life sentences. They're being brought up on, drug charges, federal drug charges, trafficking, um, and whatnot. And so we'll talk about that more tomorrow. Okay, we will get into it more tomorrow. We'll have an afternoon show. If you miss it, we will. If you miss it, just catch the replay. Mhm. Yeah, like these are the people that she platforms, and you have to ask Tasha, girl, are you serious? If Will Smith was that way, if we could confirm Will Smith was one of the kids, is that the man that will be blowing his back out, Tasha? Think about it for a minute, Tasha. Man got on Willie Walker in 78 and 79 with some Posner press powder on over that. Mm-hmm. Black Radiance. Give me some old makeups from the 80s, y'all. Some of y'all ladies will remember Black Radiance, Posner, Fashion Fair. Mm-hmm. Girl, go sit your ass down somewhere. If she ain't over there talking about T.S. Madison, she over there just bringing anybody on the damn channel. Any damn body. All right, y'all. 45 more likes to 400. Y'all, I try. I'm gonna try to hold on and see if we can do it. You got people, you got the people from them other channels. They're here. They're not invested. They're not. You got the other channels. They can't say anything because their leaders are here too. But they don't really want to hit that like button because they feel a certain type of way. Mm-hmm. But if you could, can we get 20? Can we get 20 of the 45? Thank you so much. It's appreciated. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hold on a little while longer as I make my commute to work. Black Opal. Mm-hmm. Oh, y'all went way back. Oh, not Flory Roberts. Mm-hmm. Maybe Desperate for Money. Yeah. Please make sure you hit the live button, everybody. Please make sure you hit the live button. Iman, legendary. Some of our singing ministry. Make sure you scroll the red button all the way to the end. You can also hit live to our singing ministry. Mm-hmm. My mother was loud. She loved Fashion Fair and Red for Women. Yeah, that red door. Mm-hmm. My friend Mahogany still wear it. We need. Okay, can y'all please hit the like button? Thank you so much. I love you, even though you may not love me. I love you. I love you like a step or a foster brother, a foster sister. I do. I love you. Hit the like button for me one time. We get to 400. Can't we just start the new year with some different energy? Let's not start that in 2026. Let's start some new energy. I ain't sitting there watching nobody. I can't watch nobody every day like that. And I'm not invested enough in them just to do the basics. I'm not gonna sit and watch you every damn day. No, I'm not. And I don't, I watched Tommy. I was shocked. You watched Tommy? What Tommy? Oh, you talking about Force? Yeah. How many more do we need, y'all? I'm gonna try to stick around because I'm not really sleepy because I had to take a little disco nap before I went live, and then Pam called me, and then I was like, once I got up, I said, oh my God, it was like 9:15. People hit the like button. Y'all hit booty. Oh my God. Okay. All right, y'all. Listen. All right, that's gonna be our cue. How many more do we need, y'all? And thank y'all for giving tonight. I appreciate it. Thank y'all so much. Thank all of y'all that gave and wanted to give, wanted to sow. The $8 seed tonight. Well, we did really good tonight. Thank y'all so much. Oh yeah, the final episode, that last episode. I can't even imagine what episode the season finale is going to give y'all. I don't know what this season finale. I'm just not even prepared for Friday. I'm not. Tasha should be ashamed of giving that butch child. I said the same thing. Ty, remember that perfume called Tresor? Yeah, but I think you spelled it a different way. I reported you to Karen. Oh wow. I think Tommy will make it. Well, if that's the end of the franchise, I don't know. I don't think Tommy gonna make it. I just don't. If that's the end of it, like if it's not gonna be another season, 30 more likes. Let's make this a good night. What do I have to do to make it right with some of you? Can you forgive me? Can you please forgive me if I hurt you? Some of you guys have been kicked out of here. You were blocked. Does it help? Would it help if I apologize? If you were kicked out of here? If we hold your ass up out of here? Can we just say we're sorry? We would love to have you back, except certain people. Some people we can never have back over here. But if you want to come out, you want to say something, feel free to say something. Come out, say something, see if we can work with you. We can fill out your application and see if we can accept it. Ty, can I borrow that sweater? Child, please. Will I pay for this sweater? Will I pay for this damn sweater? Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, you can borrow it, brother. You can. Ty, you should have a day of amnesty so we can holler. We can do the amnesty right now. Just hit the like button, come out the bushes and say, Ty, can we do a reset? Can we start over? Okay. Hit the like button. Now come out the bushes and say, hi, Ty, I want to do a reset. We will be ingratiating to you of the episcopacy. We will. We're not cruel people. Come and say hello. Do you want amnesty? Apply for it. Anything is possible. Ty, they're going to unite Tommy and Ghost back together. Oh, Timmy, don't say that. Don't do that. Don't do that. But we seen Ghost get put in the ground, y'all. Oh my God, I wouldn't even be ready for that. I wouldn't even be ready for that. But we seen them bury. Well, did we see them bury Ghost? Did anybody see him in a casket? Timber, you done started something. Did we see an open casket? Did we see an open casket? I think you should drop the link for I'm not, child. Bad apples cannot come back. They're gone. They're done. Hey, brother, how you doing? No, there was never a body. Oh, I'm trying to think, y'all. I saw the casket, but did they ever open the casket of timbering? We know what they put the casket in the ground. And then Tasha, she went into witness protection program. And the next thing we know, Tommy was on his way to Chicago. No casket, no body. No, the son be going up there to the grave, Timbering. He goes up there to the grave, remember? Tariq be going up there. He be up there at the grave talking to his daddy. But wait a minute, we saw him kill his daddy. Yeah, Timber, we saw Tariq shoot it. Well, did we see it? I don't know what we saw. Did we see Tariq shoot that man? Oh, y'all stop. This is giving me chills, y'all. I cannot take this scenario. Oh, I never saw that show. Oh, then Miss CD, you still a virgin. There was no open casket. That's coming from Sarah. He shot ghosts, but no body. Y'all, it's been so long. I can't remember. I was so shook. I was sitting on the edge of the bed, trembling. I can't even remember right now, y'all. I'm trying to think. All I remember was it was so traumatizing. All I remember was Tommy going to Chicago. And now he done left so many bodies in Chicago. It's like, honey, child, ain't nobody even still living in Chicago. I think it could be possibly Tasha's dream. Ooh, y'all, wait a minute. We've seen that in shows. Somebody wake up from a dream, and you're like, girl, wait a minute. This whole 8 seasons, somebody was dreaming? I cannot. No, we never saw his body. Remember, Tommy was going to shoot Reek, but Ghost said no. Oh my God, y'all. Wait a minute. Wait. I'm trying to think. Because when he came back to that side door, I could see it in my head. He came through the door through the alley. Don't tell too much in the chat. Don't tell too much. Because some people may not have seen this last episode. Don't do too much. Don't tell too much. Keep a little bit, save a little bit than that. That was so traumatizing, though, y'all. Hold on. Somebody's sending me something. This ain't Ghost Body, is it? This ain't from the funeral home. I can't take it. Oh, wow. Reese, no, it's snowing like that over there. Damn, Reese. Brother, be warm and bundle up. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go watch the season. I'm gonna go watch the final episode of Power. That's what I'm gonna do. He fell over the banister and dropped to the ground. That's what happened. I'm gonna go watch Timbery. You open up a portal tonight. I'm gonna go watch that final episode. That's what I'm gonna watch before bed because I'm up. He fell over the banister and dropped to the ground. Could he survive that? Because I remember he hit the floor. Kapow! Thank you, Amy Jones. He fell over. He hit the floor. It's possible ghosts, because they were so hot with the feds and with the polices, it's possible that he did go underground. And he's somewhere out in Westchester County, somewhere out in Long Island, somewhere living underground. It's possible, Timbery. Then Tommy was standing over him and he was going to fire, and Ghost said no. Sarah, your memory is impeccable. Since I was so traumatized by the whole thing, because I couldn't imagine a son unaliving their father. I had just lost it, y'all. I couldn't eat. I lost 30, 40 pounds after that shit. That's how shook Power had me at the time. I lost damn near 100 pounds. Okay. Y'all, I'm gonna go watch this final episode of Power and try to put this together. Timbery, you open up a gate tonight, baby. But I think I've heard some people say on Twitter, Ghost probably still alive. Yes, Reek shot him outside of Ghost's office upstairs inside of Truth. Yeah, the club was called Truth. Okay. I'm gonna go watch this episode. In Timbery, we will talk about it. We'll talk about tomorrow night in Patreon. We'll talk about, because a lot of people on the main, they probably don't know what we're talking about. So I will talk about this tomorrow night in Patreon for sure, Timbery. You got my word. I'm gonna watch that final episode. I'm gonna take some contemporaneous notes. and I will get back with y'all tomorrow night on Uncut Tuesdays. Can y'all do me a big favor and have the best night, rest, sweetest dreams? I appreciate all of you for coming by and listening to me as I discussed what is going on in Pensacola and Mobile with social media influencer Tyler Long and what do I keep saying? Tyler Long, Tyler Allen, Tyler Allen, and a lot of other Christian leaders and pastors. There's a lot going on. Listen, we don't have any proof. We don't have any, everything is anecdotal. We don't really have a lot, y'all. And so when you don't have a lot, all you can do is just listen or watch until somebody presents something. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the end game is going to be for the person that's putting out this information, but I'm sure that it's hurtful to Tyler and his family. Especially if it's not true, it can be really, really hurtful. So what can you do? We'll see you in Patreon. Have a good night, everybody. Thank y'all for tuning in. Hit the like button on your way out. What did we get, y'all? Did we get close to what we needed? What did we get, Tyesse? Give me just a ballpark. I'm not unloading that dishwasher. I'm gonna unload that dishwasher tomorrow. It'll be all right. Thank you, Mama Joyce. What did we get? 379? Okay, that'll do. Those people, you gotta understand. A lot of them people are hurt up there in the balcony. They're hurt. And only God can heal their hearts. Many people, they were here and they felt like this was home. They felt it was family. And now they are relegated. They have to go to other platforms where not only is the host boring, but they have to pretend like they're enjoying this boring host. And so that's why they all secretly still come here and watch, because they know where the energy resides. So that hurt translates into, I'm not going to hit the like button. You need to heal. You need to get that hate up out your heart. Get it up out your heart. We will have you back. We told you we will bring your ass back, but you got to clean that stuff up out of your heart. That thing is eating you alive. Good night, Mama Janice. That thing is eating you up. We love you. Well, I don't know about that, but we care for you. One last appeal. Can you hit the like button? Thank you so much. And hit subscribe. We love you. All right. Good night, everybody. It's time to get up out of here.
made me believe no one could have convinced me. Had to use my own 2 eyes to see. Niggas always make you think you going crazy. Something in the way they lie, manipulation. No more patience. Cause there's a million things that I'd rather do than to be fishing for truth. Am I in the twilight zone? Or am I just a fool so wrong for loving you? But you forgot that I'm a shooter. Think I'll take 5 shots. 1 for the day that I learned 2 for the bridges you burned 3 for the chances you had, and 4 for the bitches you bagged, and 5 for never being sad. No, 1 for the drama you caused. 2 for the number of draws I found. 3 for the promises made, and 4 for the way that you break them. 5 shots won't take no more. 5 shots won't take no more. Oh, you're funny. Lying. I should've known.